Good morning and welcome to the first day that the temps are below 90s, out of the 90s in San Antonio, Texas. And if you guys know me, which most of you do, you know that the second I am able to put on a cozy cardigan, we're gonna do it. So here we are. So you just got to see a little bit of my morning routine, and that's actually something I've struggled with for a really long time, is creating a morning routine and sticking with it. But recently during my little vacation, my little mental health break, I realized that routines are really, really good for me. When I stick to them, I feel a lot better, I'm a lot more productive, and so hence I should create a positive morning routine. There's actually a lot of research to show that people who live with routines are happier and healthier and more productive, so sign me up for that. That's my goal for the last little part of this year. As you already saw, something I've done to help my morning routine is kind of techify it a little bit. So basically when I wake up in the morning and I tell Google to boil my water, that's my secondhand water kettle by the way, it gives me a set amount of time to stretch. And I find that that's something that was really intimidating to me, is thinking I need to have this vast, huge, complicated morning routine. But tech has helped me kind of make it more simple and make me know that I only have a certain amount of time while my water is boiling to stretch, and it makes it a lot easier for me to make myself do it. I use my Google Nest Hub Max to automate some other things around my kitchen, which we'll get into later because this video is brought to you by Verizon. They helped me set it all up, so we'll talk more about that throughout this whole video. But aside from that, we're also gonna go to a brand new zero waste store that just opened here in San Antonio. So I'm gonna eat my oats and we can get on to it. Super excited today because San Antonio recently got its first zero waste store that's like a proper zero waste store, right? There are bulk shops at places like H-E-B, Central Market, Whole Foods, but this is now like a locally owned business that specializes in things other than just food, I think. So we're gonna go check that out after I had a nice slow morning. Madison's already waiting for me in the car. If you know anything about her by now from this channel or our channel, she is an impatient person. So yeah, let's get going and I'll catch up with you guys when we get there. We just made it. Also, to protect myself and others, we're gonna wear a mask. Let's go. Alright guys, we're peacing out with some goodies, some more goodies. It's really cute in here. Just made it back home and I'm so excited to test out this pasta. I didn't really look a lot into what the ingredients of it were, but it's green, it looks good, so we're gonna make a famous pasta dish that I always make. I'm very well known for it at this point. I typically, obviously, don't make it with the green pasta that's over there. I have these pasta noodles down here that I typically make it with, but it's not really a copycat recipe anymore because I've basically modified the entire thing. I'll see if I can make like a little blog post with the recipe and I'll link that below. But we're also going to be using some fresh herbs to make it today, which I'm so pumped about. So if you've seen this in the back of some of my videos, it's my new herb garden and I'm really stoked about it because I tried to grow herbs outside. So I've done catnip, I've done mint, I've done basil. Basil does okay outside, it survives. I wouldn't say it thrives, but definitely like thyme and stuff like that, not having it. It will sprout, but then it will stop growing because it's so hot. So I set up this whole little herb garden here. Everything is completely automated, like the light works on a schedule. This is a little sensor that helps me know when my plants need water, the pH of the soil. It's very, very techified and very cool. And if you didn't already know, I'm actually a tech expert or a techspert for Verizon, and they helped me set all of this up. So from the smart plugs to the grow light to the scheduling to the sensor, I made a video over on Verizon's YouTube channel all about it, and I'll leave it here in the little cards and I'll link it down below. But basically I partnered up with them on this video and to make that video to explain exactly this setup here. So if you guys want to learn more about how I did that, definitely go check it out. I'm really excited to finally be able to grow my own herbs because honestly, it makes a huge difference when you're cooking. Just things taste a lot better, you know, when you grew them yourself or when you got them from a farmer's market. For whatever reason, things just taste better that way. And also, since I have over 100 houseplants, which plant tour coming soon, updated plant tour coming soon. But with over 100 plants to monitor, it's really nice that this one back here has everything automated and it makes it a lot easier to care for. The herb garden will literally text me when it needs water. What? So super pumped to be a Verizon Techspert and be able to bring tech into more people's homes and make it possible for us to be more sustainable inside. Because obviously we know growing our own food is much better for the planet, and definitely just something as simple as herbs you can do in virtually any house as long as you have a plug to put a grow light. If you live somewhere really hot, it also makes it possible for you to do it inside like me. And also, speaking of my little herb garden, I'll take you guys outside after we make, I guess this is technically dinner, but after dinner, that's what you call it, dinner. After that, I'll go outside and give you guys a garden update because a lot has changed since I last went out there on this channel. Anyway, let's get to cooking. I also recently got a new pots and pans set maybe a couple months ago, but I've heard some people say that they don't hold up. So I am waiting to test them out thoroughly before I tell you what brand they are or recommend them at all. But so far, I'm really liking them. Y'all, look who's ready for dinner. We have a customer, as Madison's dad would say. The noodles looked yellow when we got them at the store. Now they look a little gray. Not the most appetizing thing, but the truth, the taste. Now we all know who the test dummy is, who always tries the food first. I wouldn't say dummy, but what do you call that? A guinea pig?
Well, the pasta's really good.
The texture is okay? Because it looks gray. It doesn't look all that appetizing with the gray noodles.
No, I like it. It's got a very earthy taste.
What do you think about putting the herbs on top? I think this is the first time I've done that for you.
Maybe that's why I'm getting more of an earthy taste too.
Now that dinner is done, I think I'll take this opportunity to show you guys how we take care of the front yard with a more sustainable routine, because we haven't been able to show you that because our grass basically stops growing when it stops raining. We don't use any extra water to like maintain our yard. So when it wasn't growing, I couldn't show you the routine, but now that it is, I can show you a little bit of that, and then we'll do a quick garden update. Madison already started on the yard because that's kind of her thing.
We are out here today and I'm gonna be mowing the grass with my nice little push mower. It is all woman powered, not gas powered whatsoever. And
So then obviously we don't want all that good grass to go to waste, so we put it in our curbside compost, which we're really lucky to have free, by the way. Can you tell them about how our neighbor always offers to let you use his because they don't think it's as cool as you do?
Yeah, he's so funny. He always is like, he'll see me pushing it. He's like,
dude, I got a gas lawnmower. I can let you use whenever you want. Just let me know.
he's freaking hilarious.
And just for the beginning, let's do a quick garden update. Ignore that my face is getting red. I'm trying out not wearing face makeup every day when I film, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so updates since you guys have seen the garden last. The tomato plants have actually gotten quite big. They both recovered from them being kind of sick. One of them does have tomatoes, which you probably saw footage of already, or I'll put it in here. And then we did unfortunately lose our cucumber plant. When we left to go on our little mini vacay, when I took that week off, the plant had a lot of bugs, and from what I understand, they were called leaf miners, and it was basically just packed full of leaf miner larvae. And I was trying to spray it with my neem oil. I was physically spraying off a lot of the larvae with water, but at the end of the day I just wasn't able to combat it enough, and I think that plus us being gone, they weren't getting the same care that they were when we were here, and so they were basically goners by the time we made it back. I also coincidentally lost my pumpkins during that week that I was gone. So I'm going to try to plant some more pumpkins, and that's kind of why we built this arch that I'm standing under, is to help us grow watermelons and pumpkins. And my parents keep telling me there's no way in hell that a watermelon or a pumpkin is going to be able to hold on to this and grow up it, but I've literally seen people do it in our old community garden. I've seen people do it here on YouTube. Sometimes you have to support them with pantyhose, which I'm completely willing to do, but we'll see how it goes. But we built this arch with just like some old T-posts, and this cattle panel we did have to buy new, but it was only 15 bucks, so that was a really good deal. Our most recent purchases are a peach tree and a blackberry bush, so I'll keep you updated on how all of that goes. But it is pumpkin season, and I'm hoping I can at least get one pumpkin this season. So I think that's it. I think it's time for me to peace out. I hope you guys learned some stuff today. If you are interested in seeing my Texperts episode with Verizon, I will link that video right here so you can go and check it out. Let me know what you think of it if you like my smart herb garden. And remember, until next time, you cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that you can do. Bye guys.